guys could see, I'm getting ready to go on the run with my dog. It is it's a little warm right now, but as you can see down there, the trail is it's covered by trees side to side, so should be all good. You can see I bring my plastic bag for when Zoey decides to do her thing. I have water here in the camelback for both of us. And one thing that I wanted to show you guys is this little tiny speakers here. It's a Bluetooth speaker, and I put it here in the back of my camelback. And this is actually what I hate, having those then headphones in my ears when I'm running. I sweat a lot and my ears get sweaty. It's just, I think I'm gonna put some Latin music on bachata this time. Now I just leave my phone in there. Don't really need it for anything right now. If there is a lot of people on the trail, I will put her in the I will put her on the leash. If there is not that many people, I just let her run loose. This is basically how I look like and I'm going for the run. This one right here, we're going to be talking about it on the website soon, on the blog. Mention your vertical oscillation, VO2, and then a bunch of other stuff that we're going to be talking about it later. And then I have it paired with my Finish 2. It's a Garmin running watch. We want to go for the run. Hike, you have hike, navigate, trail run, climb, skiing, board skiing, and custom, as well as multi-sport. Let's go, which is for triathlon. And of course indoor. When you run indoor, you have to run with this foot pod in here if you want to get accurate cadence, even though the heart rate monitor does cadence, but I prefer to use the foot pod. I'm gonna explain to you guys why later. So we want to go for the run. It's searching for heart rate monitor. You find it. It's searching for satellite. As you could see, it took less than 3 seconds to find the satellite. Let's go, Zoey. There you go. She's very good at running close to me, not getting away, but at the beginning she tried to. Obviously she's faster than I am, so normally at the beginning she take off. I had to be controlling her skulker. Go on the right side, Zoey. Zoey, right side. Zoey. There you go. Okay, so that's how I get ready for the run. And with the doggy. And she likes to run right next to me, even when she's off the leash. Sometimes she will take off right at the beginning, just because she's all full of energy. But then, after about 200 meters, she stabilizes and just get right next to me and start pacing me. There you go. It's an amazing trail. There's a lot of shadows, and as you can see, the trees are pretty much covering the whole trail. So even though it's 92, it doesn't feel like it when you're going under the tree. We're running on the trail, and as you guys can see, there is a lot of trees on the side. They are already dying. A few weeks ago they were very green. We have been running for about 3.5 miles. We're stopped at about 1.5 miles for water. I drank water, Zoey drank water. I have my camelback here. And now I stop right under this bridge here to check on her. Now for the people that are curious about how I was recording the trail, it's very easy. I'm not using my GoPro. When I'm going running, what I use is this. This is a Mobius, pretty small camera. You can find it probably on eBay for about 60 bucks. It can record on HD and pretty close quality to the GoPro. Zoey, come on. Oh, she's good. She's good. Those people, they got a little scared. Come on, girl. You only have 3 buttons on the top. It's power, pictures, and video. The rest of the configuration, you do it on the computer. That's that for that. Now, when you're running with your dog, it is very important to always check on her vitals. I always run next to this river right here. This is a river wall trail. And there is a river that go across. So sometimes, most of the time actually, I stop, like I told you before, I stop about 1 mile, so 1.5 miles. I stop for water to make sure I give my dog water. And then when I can on the river, since the river is actually pretty clear, pretty clean, I let her come and swim, and she just go inside and refresh herself. Inside though, so go ahead. There you go, good girl. There you go. That's one thing that you can do if you have a river. If not, if you do not have this facility, this kind of running trail, one thing that I do with my CamelBak sometimes, I just take water in my mouth and I spray it. Just spray water on her face, on her parts, on her bottom part. Look, he's diving right now. She just got her head all the way inside the water. She's amazing. She's an amazing dog. So that's one thing that I can do. Then another thing that you need to pay attention to is with your dog. Zoey, come on. Come here. Sit. Sit. Sit, girl. Okay, good girl. You need to make sure that you keep checking, like especially on her paw, checking her paw for any kind of like a stick or something that got in there. You're checking her heart. You put your hands. That's one thing that they told me at the veterinary. Like you put your hand here to make sure that you are checking for her heartbeat, and check if there is some kind of unusual, heartbeat. Now, don't get me wrong. Dogs are always gonna have a fast heartbeat. That's just how they are, even when they are sitting in your living room. But you will know if you know your dog and you normally pay attention to what you do. You know what's going on. Okay, we're about to take off. We stopped for a good 5 minutes. Let's so refresh, and we're just ready to rock and roll. We have about 2 more miles to go. Got my Garmin and pals. We're gonna resume here. We got in 29 minutes right now. So we're gonna continue going. As you can see at the beginning, like I told you, she just take off right away. But then she stabilized. Zoey, easy girl, easy. There you go, right next to that, right there. Right there, girl. Good girl. Good girl. So that's what I mean. You need to have some kind of war. What I do with Zoey is easy. You just slow down and stay right next to me. You need to have some kind of war and train your dog to obey and follow the rules of the trail. I say easy and she just stop right next to me. That's what you need to do. You need to train your dog to obey the rules of the trail and to understand what do you mean when you say she's right now is running next to me like it should be. Easy girl. She's pretty much just pacing me right there, and I'm so glad that she can do that. Okay, see you guys there. We're almost at the end of the trail now. The last half a mile, there is not that many trees, so I made sure that I took it easy so that Zoey don't get too overheated. That's one thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about. When you're running with your dog, hey, you need to be conscious of that you are running with an animal. She
will run with you regardless. It doesn't matter if she's hurt. It doesn't matter if the dog you have a stick on her paw, which is why I told you early to make sure that you check her feet always, your dog feet, to make sure it's good. It doesn't matter. She's a loyal friend, and she's gonna keep running until the moment that she almost passes out. But unless you are a knucklehead, you won't do that, right? So you need to be checking your dog's vitals. You need to be checking how she's feeling. You need to get to know your dog first. Do not go on a freaking 5-mile run the first time you run with your dog. Start slow. Go 1 mile, 1.5 miles. Then progressively, you can keep adding to that. She's going to continue running, even if she's hurt. You have to make sure that you always stop and check on her. You need to make sure that you stop and give her water. You need to make sure if there is a shadow, you stop and check on her. Hey, it's gonna take you like 1 minute. It's not like you're gonna screw up your PR just because you stop to check on your dog. It's the right thing to do. One thing that you do, you check on your pup. See that? You go inside your dog, pup, check the back 1, 2, okay? Just to make sure. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Come over here. If you have a camelback, Zoey, you need to make sure that you have one of those retractable, like I do, container to give you water dog too. Like you saw earlier, I stopped at the river, but I have that facility. If I don't, I make sure that I keep my dog refreshed. One thing that you can do, if you don't have like a river or anything where she can actually dive in and swim, you can take your camelback, right? You can spray water on her so that she get refreshed. She love that. She love it because she get refreshed like that. See, right girl, right girl, right girl, up, up, up. See, and then you get a happy dog. Get a dog that give you kisses and love you like that. Okay? But you need to take care of your dog, guys. Okay? Don't be a knucklehead. Don't do stupid things. Don't think that she is not like you. Okay? It's a dog. It's a dog. Pay attention to what she's doing or what he's doing, depending if you have a dog or a female or a male. And remember, depending on what dog you have, the stop every 1 mile. When I started running with Zoey, I made sure that I stopped every 1 mile to give her water and check on her, just because I didn't know her very well. Now I can go up to 1.5 miles, 2 miles, and she'll be good. She's a Shepherdor, which is a mix between a Labrador and German Shepherd. One rule of thumb that you can follow is the side of the nose of your dog. If you have like a dog that have let's be honest, you do not want to go for a 5-mile run with a bulldog, do you? So you get my point. So depending on the side of the dog now, normally the longer the nose, the better they can breathe, and the longer and farther they can run, and actually the faster. Some dogs don't have such a long nose, and they can run really fast, but that doesn't mean that they can actually run far. Zoey can run easily 6-8 miles without any problem. Let's go, girl. See, she's alert. She still have energy to jump and give me kisses and stuff, but you need to make sure that you pay attention to what kind of dog you have, okay? We are at the end of the trail. I'm gonna resume here, and I have my kids actually waiting for me here. And let's go, girl. As you can see, she's been running off the leash for now. Now there is people. I see people down there, so I'm gonna make sure that I have her attached. Not because she's gonna attack anybody, but because because I don't want people to get scared. Zoey, come on, girl. Come on. There she is. She's like, damn. Why did you put me in there? Come on. Hey. You happy to see a little friend? Let me see, what you got? Woohoo! It's a rock. Brought me a rock. Hey, seems like the lake is good for swimming.